Have you ever wondered what the intuitive process looks like? I'm going to say that again. Have you really ever wondered what the intuitive process looks like? Well, the simple answer is it looks different for everyone, right? We're all intuitive. We're all going to follow our intuition in our own ways. But today, I'm going to share with you what one of my processes look like for an upcoming event I have. So, this isn't scripted. This is my intuition talking, and it's coming through a channel that has this term ADD. So I will try to stay on topic, but just come with me for the ride. Okay, so back in April of 2020, I had my first expo, fair, whatever you want to call it, planned. I had lots of great local vendors. I had speakers. I had this vision that came to me through my intuition. And I was like, oh, April 30th, that's the date. That feels right. Well, as you all know, we went through a pandemic. By April 30th, 2020, nothing was open, let alone my expo going to happen. And that was okay, right? I took it online, I adapted, I grew in that moment. And today I realize that back then, so over 2 years ago, I had this idea for something that is now coming into fruition. And you might think, well, you had that idea and you didn't act or didn't make it happen, so was that lazy? No, right now, although other times I've thought about putting together, right now is when it feels the absolute most exciting, which is a little surprising because I have a really big online summit coming up and an in-person retreat, and smack dab in the middle of it is now going to be this incredible experience. So let's go back a little bit. So I had the expo planned, had the location, everything was beautiful going to be. It then moved on to online. That was amazing. It got me doing more online things, got me a little bit more comfortable in the front of the camera. Although I do still slightly hold on to a high school teacher of mine who told my class, you guys will never be in front of the camera. So I'm still learning. I'm still growing. I know I manifested that so that I could sit here today and be like, no, I'm growing and I'm doing great. So little sidetrack there, but again, ADD. So did a few more online workshops, and I'm so grateful for everyone that was a part of those. And the beauty of it was it could be worldwide, and I loved that. And now, as I've started as the global outreach coordinator and really started traveling more and doing in-person workshops around the nation, I am seeing how much I truly love to be in person and be connecting with all walks of life. Wherever you are on this intuitive spectrum, whether you acknowledge that everything you do is intuitive or you've never even heard the word intuitive, everyone, I enjoy connecting with everyone to see the aha moments, because we all have them. Even when I'm there speaking or teaching, I have them too, right? I get to open up. I have the questions come in and I get to channel the answers, and it's so much fun. So I learned through that process, loved online, loved in person. And now we fast forward a little bit to, I believe it was like spring of 2021, maybe a little bit after that, where I'm talking with a friend and she asked, have you ever thought of doing a big convention in person or expo? And I said, absolutely. Of course I've thought of it. It's something that, is always kind of trickling in there in the ideas. And this beautiful friend is like, let's do it. So we hold on, we have that idea. Things are, it was definitely because it was before my first retreat, my in-person retreat. And I was like, I want to give the attention this retreat is asking for, and then I'll revisit. So then we fast forward, so it would have been 2022, maybe. It doesn't matter. Time. Such a funny thing. So then we fast forward to about late August of this year, right? So we're in mid-September, maybe early September. So, just over a month before when this is going to be happening, or 2 months, whatever it was. And I get this idea, this thing, whatever this thing is, this first thing is supposed to happen October 22nd. Because I knew I wanted it to be witchy, because I identified as that, and other people embrace that during the Halloween time, right? We open up to all the possibilities that we could be. Not saying it only happens at Halloween, but a lot more of the masses express that interest. I want it to be witchy. I want it to be local. I want it to be supporting the community. And back in July, I said, I don't know how to create change. And I realized this is a way to create change. So, you see me getting emotional because that's how I share my truth. Intuition is speaking, that's for sure. So I said, I got this idea at night, and I'm like, okay, don't text her just yet, text in the morning, and I get a reply. I was just thinking about you and how I think this would be the perfect time. Like October 22nd is perfect. Let's do it. So just like that, something is transformed from what appears to be nothing. And in the moment I was like, oh yeah, this was an intuitive idea, just this one, not linked to anything else. But today I had that awareness that all of this has been creating. So, we start this path. I get to tour this incredible space in Vernon Hills, Illinois, and it starts to boil and brew into what it's supposed to be. And then I start to feel the heaviness, because what's the name, right? There is such magic and power in our name, in the name that we give things. So I'm like, oh, it could be spirit and soul, right? That's a big group I have of mine. That's a way to bring people in. It could be going back to the first name, mind, body, spirit, and soul. It could be all these things. And so I even explore with expo and fair and pop-up market and all these things. And I bring another friend in to collaborate on this, and I'm at a loss, right? I am starting to feel the pressure on my chest of, I don't know what it's supposed to be, because my beautiful ego came in and was like, it's going to affect so many people, right? There's going to be vendors, there's going to be speakers, there's going to be people attending. The building it's in is going to be affected in a beautiful way by this experience. And so, I realized the heaviness of that. And I started reaching out to mentors and friends, and, talking with Caitlin. If you ever watch this, I cannot thank you enough with how many different names we came up together, how many you shot down, because it is for the masses. And so often the language I use kind of goes over the heads of some people, which it's okay. It happens. We're all awakening in our own process. So I am so grateful for her for doing that. And finally, I was like, okay, turn it in, start surrendering, start working on surrendering this. So this is all about a week span of work. So I start working on the surrender. I trust it will come when I'm supposed to see it. I trust everything will align. I surrender. So I do that process. And then I meet with my mentor, Paul, and I'm telling him about the market and the things that matter to me. And he keeps asking the why, and why are you doing this? And all I keep saying is, I'm accepted. And sometimes that's all you need. That is absolutely all you need. because you know you're in the right place when you know you're still excited about something, although it feels heavy and unsure and you don't even know why you're doing it. So from talking with him, I knew it was about the community. It was about how can I send love and put love into action for the community in which I currently live, and then how can I someday replicate this around the country, around the world, wherever intuitively guided to take it, so that the communities that it is in can see, wow, all this beauty is right in my area, and I can connect in, and I can find those soul connections that I've been longing for. So I'm so grateful for my time with him. And then yesterday I was hosting a mediumship, channeling, and intuition gathering, getting ready for our upcoming summit next week, channeling, mediumship, intuition. Oh my. You can still sign up. You can still get in on that if you're watching this before September 25th. And afterwards I was hanging out talking total ADD trains, and I thank Allison for going along on those thought paths. We were talking about our retreat, talking about our summit, we were doing all this planning, and I was just like, I just want the name. I want to finally feel the vibration of what this is supposed to be, because I felt it on my chest that it was supposed to be something big and open. And I realized from Caitlin that it was supposed to be an invitation to everyone. And I realized from Paul it was about location. And then Allison goes, well, why isn't it full moon market? You are the moon. You are everything about the moon. And I go, ooh, it's not on a full moon, right? No, the full moon is everything's full. It's about releasing. It didn't vibrate it. But I was like, but I like what you're saying. I wrote it down and I honored what you said. And we kept chatting. I think we talked for like 2 or something hours of just different things and working through in flow. So it was fun and it was light and it was enjoyable at a local bar. Thank you, Grandpas, for having us. And I walked away and I said, okay, like I circled back to Caitlin being like, just write down the classes you want. Because that was also a big thing that I forgot to mention. So originally when this first friend was like, hey, do you want to do something like this? I was like, yeah, I want to do the classes. I want to be there. The market will be going on, but I'll be getting to share what I am passionate about. And then I retracted and I contracted and realized, well, if I'm running a market and I'm running these classes, I probably should be running it and not just playing, having fun, doing my classes, sound healing, meditation, biotouch. I shouldn't just be doing that because someone's got to keep an eye on it. And then, we toured the space again, and leaving, Caitlin was like, well, what's the point? And I was like, I want to share my craft, my gifts with everyone. And yes, I can sit at a table and I can, introduce people to what's going on and like what I have coming up. But my excitement was clearly in the classes. So I was starting to feel that. And then Allison last night was like, well, what's this vendor look like? And I was naming the beautiful vendors that are already signed up. And she's like, this is a very scattered market. Like, what's going on here? I'm like, yeah, I want variety. And she's like, well, who do you want? And so I kept having these mirrors and these beautiful people to be like, no, what vibration are you truly giving to the world in this? And what do you want to feel while you're there? So I finally got there. Finally got that I am ready to feel the vibration. So I surrendered it once more last night. And then I heard it. Crescent moon market. So close to what Allison said. So she was clearly reading the vibration. Because the crescent moon is me. I didn't realize it. But it is. It is for me, I see that it's the part of the moon that we can see, right? That's lit up. That's the smallest part. It's the second and eighth cycle of the moon. And it so shows that it's, we are this is what's showing to the world, but there is also so much brewing on this other side that is us ready to have light shown on it. And it's funny in the spirit, go spirit kind of way that my logo is the crescent moon. So many different things are the crescent moon currently in my life. And it just blows my mind. I was telling my husband about different things that the crescent, looking up crescent, and if it had anything to do with the moon, which it does, it's called crescent after crescent, kind of took this interest of the moon I already had and put it into hyperdrive. That was 2 years ago or so. And just now, I am seeing all these beautiful tiny little pieces come together, be woven together to create this thing that I am so excited about. So hopefully some of that made sense, or while I was rambling on, something intuitively came to you that you're passionate about or that you're excited about. You can follow that. But for now, I want to share about this upcoming event. And I think it's so funny because this isn't something I'm very good at. I am great at hearing the intuition. I am great at dreaming and manifesting. But then getting it out to people, I'm not necessarily the best at, because when I get excited about something, I talk really fast. I forget that pause, that connection of breath sometimes. And even one of my good friends, Trin, was telling her about all the things I have coming up, and she was like, I just don't get it. You have this, this, and this, and this. Can you tell me which one we're talking about in the moment? And I had the most beautiful conversation today with her, and just really helped everything keep weaving together. And the other people that came to that event yesterday, they were, if they know it or not, they were pieces in this beautiful thing that is being creative, being creative, being created. And there are so many people I could mention right now. So if I didn't mention you, I am sorry. I'm just trying to follow the intuition where it goes. But the people that helped me be seen, I thank you. I thank you so much. So what this event on October 22nd in Vernon Hills, Illinois is a crescent moon market. So I am bringing in to this beautiful shopping center. We're so lucky to have this location because it sparks joy and it invites you to play. I'm bringing in about 10 vendors who are either going to be selling their crafts that they love, or the things that they're passionate about, or talking to you about the businesses that they are truly passionate about. Coaches, wellness, fitness. It's going to be the whole picture. It's wholeness. So that you can come and walk around and meet and connect soul to soul. And then there's going to be smaller activities and smaller talks in the back area. We're going to have things for kids to do, like coloring, just so the whole family feels included, because this intuitive process that we are on, this human experience, everyone that's in your life, you have manifested to help you. And you might say like, oh yeah, that really good friend, I manifested her. Well, even the one that, teaches you these hard lessons, and it's hard, and you manifested them too. So that's the market. That's a beautiful space. Come drop in, either physically in person or energetically. Come say hi wherever you are in the world. If you're in the area, come in person. If you can't make it, if you can't fly in, because who can fly in for just one day? Just energetically come say hi, come support, whatever that looks like to you. And then another thing I'm so passionate about is retreats, giving space to people to have those aha moments. Those, I'm doing this. Not only can I do this, but I am doing this. So we're going to have a variety of classes. We're going to have yoga. We're going to have meditation. We're going to have sound healing. We're going to have BioTouch. You're going to learn how to do it and receive it. So you can walk away with these tools, whether you have, and so much more, right? I'm hoping to have this person come in and talk about emotional release and the mind and the body and everything, the whole package. So that you can walk away maybe learning one thing. And maybe you learn that one thing from the person speaking, or maybe you learn that one thing from yourself. Either way, it all came from within you. And of course, I'm not limited in it. You can learn a million things, but maybe one thing you implement in your life. Maybe you're sitting here right now and you think, I can't meditate. That was me like 5 years ago. I absolutely said, I cannot meditate. And now it is something I am so passionate about that I am a meditation guide. It has changed my life. And I'm not saying that you have to come and experience meditation for the first time and then become a guide, or no, just have that moment of peace. Or maybe you've never heard of sound healing. There is no judgment, right? Maybe you're a sound healing junkie. Again, no judgment. It's all just beautiful because you get to have awarenesses if you want to have them. So I'm structuring it like it's a one-day retreat, meaning we're gonna flow into different things, and the whole day will have rhythm. However, it's drop-in workshops, so you can come for the whole day, or you can come for just one class, or you can come to just check out one vendor or all the vendors. Wherever your intuition is guiding you, if it feels a little bit exciting, I hope you come. If it's really exciting, I look forward to seeing you there. If you have any questions about this event, please reach out. Go to my website. It will be listed. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to put it up because it's time. It is a beautiful creation that is ready to be born. So thank you for listening. Thank you for joining. And if something like this in your area sounds exciting, let's plan something. Bye, everyone.